Alright, so gonna play this in half speed just so I can explain things to you a bit better. These levels happen really quick, so when the fight starts, drop down to the bottom behind the spider so you can hit him a few times. Sometimes he'll stop and press the remote so you can get a few extra free hits on him. Something to take note of, he doesn't usually go across the same road twice except at the very beginning. If he's gone across the middle, he's more than likely going to go to another row. I kind of tend to stick to the middle and the top rather than using the bottom. Also stay in the center of the stage just because the little guys that are coming in and shooting the smoke rings or the pesticide stuff, they come in at the sides, and if you're over there, when they come in, they'll hit you. When he comes in and kicks the caterpillar like this, you kind of want to work from the top row and just try and take it out as quick as you can. It can be difficult with the pea shooter, but it really doesn't take that many shots to hit it. Do your best just to get beneath or to the side of the spider when he stops to either use the phone or use the remote. And if he does place these bombs, just try and get rid of them on the middle and top row. When he stops like that to use the phone or use the remote, it's a good time to use your EX and just hit him with a power attack to make things nice and easy. You kind of want to keep your eyes on those guys shooting the smoke ring pesticide stuff. For the parries, I like to get at least 2 parries during this bit. If you keep damage on the spider like I did, then it doesn't take that long to kill him. But yeah, I'll show this fight in full speed so you know what it looks like after I've explained everything. If you're missing a parry at the beginning when the spider is lowering in the tap dancing ant, usually a pink barrel will go across the screen at the beginning, or at least sometimes it does. It didn't happen for me there, but it can happen, so be ready to get an extra parry there. You can see the barrels. But when this gramophone is spinning these beams that can hurt you around, they're harder to get, so it's easy to get one in the beginning of the fight. If you're playing as Ms Chalice, just use her invincible roll to get past the beams as they come past you, and just stay in the middle really and keep hitting the ant with your constant attacks. It's a good place to use your EXs as well and just keep hitting her with those to get those out of the way. You're going to need 6 of them in order to get the A+. So I like to stand about here just so I can get a few hits on the snail before you start fighting the aardvark or anteater if you're American. This part of the fight is probably the hardest. I like to stay in the middle and just shoot diagonally. That way you can hit the middle or the top if the snout goes to there, and just be ready to jump out the way of the snout when it goes for the bottom. And then I kind of just try to concentrate on dodging this ball of fighting bugs that's bouncing around the screen. That can be really annoying. Just dash out the way of it if you can. And even if the snout comes out on the bottom, just be ready to jump. Just be ready to jump away from it, because it might either do the thing where the tongue stretches across the screen, or it'll do the thing where it just sticks the tongue out a little bit and hits you. So just be ready to jump away from that if you see it pop out at the bottom. But if you do this, it shouldn't take that long to get the aardvark killed. I feel like if you're jumping about trying to do anything else, it takes a long time to get this aardvark killed. And to get the A+, you've got to get under 2 minutes on this fight, which is pretty difficult. And then the jukes that this fight has is you've got to kill the snail after it says knockout, which is kind of annoying. So just be ready to shoot from this position and take him out. It really doesn't take many hits. You've got to dodge his attacks. So yeah, that's the fight. Hopefully those tips have helped you out a little bit. Let's play the fight in normal speed, and I'll try and remember if there's anything I haven't gone over yet. Alright, so the fight will look a little bit different now. It's much more hectic at full speed, and that's kind of why I wanted to slow it down, just so I can have some more time to explain things to you rather than rushing what I'm saying. Keeping your eye out for those parries can be really difficult while you've got so much going on screen. Taking advantage of him stopping there. Using Ms Chalice's parry is actually really useful because she doesn't have to jump for it. She can just do the dash parry, which is pretty damn useful. If you're using I think it's the Seeker gun, the green one that follows enemies, that can make this fight a lot easier than having to angle your shots all the time. But I wanted to just use the pea shooter here. Maybe you haven't unlocked that yet if you've just jumped straight into the DLC, or you're like me and you just like using the pea shooter. It's up to you what guns you use though. This fight was definitely a difficult one. The first one I took on the DLC. I'll have some more videos coming for the other bosses. It can be really difficult to keep track of your parries though, to make sure you've got 3 of them. That can always be hard on getting the A+. Maybe I'll do some videos for Expert as well when I've got through it. I think I'm going to have to beat the DLC before I'll be able to do that. Also, when you kill the anteater there, when she dies, or the ant, she'll sort of come over to your side, one of the sides of the screen that she's on. Make sure that you're not in the path of that while you're moving around, because she can sort of stagger into you and that can do damage. So just make sure that you're out of the way of that and you drop down as fast as you can to get in the right position to hit the snail. Just need to listen out for the noise she makes when you do get her. These ants bouncing around the screen are really difficult to deal with, this bug cloud. They can be really annoying. I know I struggled with this part for a while, but once you get the hang of it, it's honestly not that difficult. You just need to practice a bit. And those last parts of the fight can be tough just because, you know, they're the bits you do the least, right? Because you've done the first and second part so much and it takes a while to get to the third part if you like me and doing retries to try and get the A+. Alright then, let's take a look how we did. I think this was actually really quick. 1 minute 48, like I said, you got to get under 2 minutes for it to count towards your grade. But yeah, there's the A+, that's the guide for this one. I'll be coming out with more guides for the rest of the levels soon. I might even post the original game, No Damage, at some point. But yeah, thanks for watching, that's about it. I'll see you next time.